How's it going, everybody? First actual video on this channel. I've been playing the new Battlefield lately because of my old real life friends. And while the game has many flaws, and we will see in the upcoming months how EA realizes what they've actually done, I've been enjoying the rants on the subreddits. Vehicles against infantry balance has been a topic since Battlefield's inception, and there will always be members of each group that think they've been dealt the worst cards. And it's no different this time, but the conclusions some players are drawing are beyond mesmerizing to me. Completely forgetting these abominations that DICE is calling maps, players have been pushing for more and more solo playstyles, especially when they want to deal with vehicles. This naturally collides with the core concept of Battlefield and also with the many vehicle mains' viewpoints, as it would be impossible to use vehicles if every player could simply solo them without any issues. It shouldn't be impossible, but that's beside the point. I specifically want to talk about anti-air today, and I guess I need to give some credentials here first so people actually know where I'm coming from in regard to this topic. I've been playing Battlefield since the first one, but mostly on LANs, and then played Battlefield 2 online when it came out. My roommate at that time was a chopper pilot and I learned to fly jets. This has gone on through many titles, and I eventually also picked up helicopters, especially enjoying the Black Hawk in a full squad. I've also flown in planetside, particularly enjoying Dalton Liberators. Point is, I've been flying for a while. AA wise, the second video ever on my main channel is titled 84 Against Choppers and is a Bad Company 2 montage. You should get the idea. Now, let me actually get to the point. Because while we do see many insane statements on the Reddit, I do see the same level of stupidity on some content creators that post helicopter or jet footage. There is a complete lack of perspective on both sides, which on one hand makes it quite funny for an observer, but at the same time it perpetuates an incredibly hostile environment. Infantry wanting to one-shot air vehicles with stingers, and pilots that complain that LATV just did 20 damage to them. Neither side seems to have been in the shoes of the other. As an LATV driver, I'd yell at my gunner for even looking at that little bird. That little bird shreds us in 3 seconds. And then the chopper pilot having the audacity to complain that they received a bit of damage. It's mental. At the same time, having multiple infantry players with stingers, or God forbid a SOFLAM plus hacks on the ground, that makes flying quite the good opportunity for catching tinnitus. It is literally non-stop beeping with no information on where that lock-on is coming from. Rockets that defy physics when turning corners or straight up flying through things. Or M5s that just give no incoming missile warning at all when paired with the SOFLAM. Stingers that one-shot choppers would quite frankly make it almost impossible to fly at all. Which brings me to my first main point, the skill required to do anti-air or farm infantry with a little bird. There is none. Let's not kid ourselves, farming infantry with the rocket pods is stupidly easy. A lobotomite could do it. Let me give some more context. I've been flying with a joystick in all previous Battlefield titles. But as joystick support is a legacy feature, I've had to pick up mouse and keyboard. These clips here are with me having flown maybe 20 hours with that input method. It's not hard. And neither is playing as anti-air. The prevalence and over-reliance of lock-ons in Battlefield titles is mostly to blame for this. You're staring at something, waiting for the beeping to turn into a single sound, and then press fire. The epitome of skill, but sadly also the lowest common denominator needed nowadays to sell your game to the masses who, we all know, many are scraping at the bottom of the barrel skill-wise. But what are the alternatives? As an infantry player, there are none. You can try your luck with the M5, but chances are you're gonna get killed a couple of times before shooting down that helo. SOFLAM? Once again, it's lock-ons. Do you enjoy looking through those binoculars and hoping someone will notice? Well, fuck no. Same as nobody really enjoys lock-on weapons in the first place. It's just the anger towards that twat of a pilot that makes people select that weapon. That is also why it's usually easier to fly at the beginning of a round. After you've pissed them off enough, many players will switch their loadouts. And no, I won't go on a tangent rant about specialists, maybe another time. Fact of the matter is that there is no alternative that requires more skill but also offers a higher reward. The same goes for piloting. Why wouldn't you use those rockets and spam them in the general direction of infantry? That does the job. So go nerf those rockets and make the minigun a little better. Don't get me wrong, it can be quite strong already, but even a proper reticule for aiming would be a decent buff. Vehicles do not need a low skill option to be strong, especially not the flying ones. Reward people that put in the time. In a similar vein, infantry and anti-air need to be approached. Infantry does need that low skill option, but buffing that option is not the correct answer. There need to be alternatives that require more skill or teamwork and not those rewarded more. Bad Company 2 had the AT-4, Battlefield 4 had the SRAW, or whatever it's pronounced. Give infantry a wire-guided rocket again. Pilots facing a skilled user will have to learn to adapt, and if someone wants to quote-unquote just relax while playing, then let that guy use a lock-on weapon. So far EA/DICE has taken the easy way out, constantly nerfing vehicles. The hovercraft is a fucking joke now. It's a free kill and only serves as a transport because of horrible map design. Let's not repeat this and rather find solutions that allow both sides of this never-ending debate to have fun. Reward skillful play while allowing even the guy that's adjusting his bollocks with one while playing with the other hand on a controller to use the lock-on weapon. And let's not kid ourselves here, that's pretty much the entry barrier for using the Stinger. Singular hand. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you feel like it. I do like making these rants occasionally. Laters everybody.